This video will walk you through leads management and sales pipelines in your PlanningPod account. Let's go ahead and get started. From our home screen dashboard, we'll begin by clicking on Leads from our main navigation menu. Once we're in the Leads area, you'll notice that there are 3 different views in which you can manage your lead. The first that you see here is the List view, which provides basic, concise information that you need to know about your existing leads. The second view I can access by clicking on this icon on the right side of my screen, and that's the Card view. The last view, and the one that most users will prefer, is the Pipeline view, which allows you to see where within your sales pipeline each inquiry or lead is residing. Before we dive into each of these views, let's go ahead and take a look at the other options on our Leads dashboard. On the left, you'll see your quick views. You'll see you have the option for all, open and holds, just open leads, just holds, lost or closed leads, and leads that have been captured, in this case, in the past 60 days. You can also edit this to be a specific time frame in which you want to view these leads. If you look at the top here, it will show us what we're currently filtering by, which is open and holds and all event dates. In addition to that information, you can quickly get a glimpse of where your sales are by using these metrics at the top. You can see here that in the past 60 days, we've captured 5 leads. We've lost 0 leads in the last 3 days, but if we go back 30, it'll give us a little bit more information. The number of leads we've won, the number of open leads that we have, and the number of leads that we currently have on hold. Type here to sort or filter or search for a specific lead. If you click on Advanced Search, you have a variety of ways that you can search for leads here. You can search by name with status, event date that occurs within. So this would be when the actual event is going to occur, when it was captured, when it was closed, what position within the sales pipeline it is, the lead source, or by tags. If there's a specific type of search that you would like to be able to pull on a regular basis without having to come through and create a new advanced search, you can save it as a quick view. There are 2 different ways that leads make it into your PlanningPod account. The first option is to come through a lead capture form, which you see right here. For more information on the lead capture form, make sure to check out our Setting Up Lead Capture and Sales Pipelines video and article available in our Help Center. First, let's go ahead and take a look at a lead that's come in through a lead capture form. You'll see here with a quick look that this is an open lead. We know it came through our lead capture form because it says web inquiry right here. It came in today because it's 0 days old, and it's been in this step in our pipeline for 0 days. The name of the lead is 007 Spy Gala. It's occurring on the 31st, and it's tagged as a new lead. We can quickly view the pipeline history by clicking here. We can launch tools from here, favorite tools. We can set the pipeline step, or we can click and drag this into a different step. For the time being, I'm going to leave it right here in my new lead step so that I can start working with this client. When I open up this lead by clicking here, I've got some basic information that was brought in from my lead capture form. You can quickly see here the date, and we don't have times associated. We just know a date here with this lead. Now I want to take a moment to provide a distinction here between leads and events, because leads do look and function just like mini events. They don't have all the tools, but they have all the tools you need to manage the sales process. Leads will not count against your active event count in your package. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's talk about what came in from our lead capture form. You'll see quickly on the dashboard that you can see the status of the lead. This status box is exclusive to leads. You won't see it in an event dashboard because it no longer really applies. It shows you that our status is open. So this is an open lead. It's 0 days old and it's a web inquiry. So we know that it came in from our website. If we needed to change this to a hold, to book the event, to update the lead source, or to close the lead, all of that happens from our status panel. You'll see that the head count pulled in from our lead capture form. The tag came from our lead capture setup. And you'll see that we have our client as well as 2 people from our venue assigned to this lead. You'll see that you have the sales pipeline steps viewable right here on your lead dashboard, so you can quickly see what's happened with this lead. Within a lead, you have a variety of tools that you can use to manage the booking process. Note that depending on the account type you're in, venue or event management, you may have different tools in here. For more information on how to use any of those individual tools, you'll want to check out the other articles and videos available in our Help Center. Edit the lead at the top, where you can edit the name, the description, or the color. You can edit the date or time. You can add an image, or you can delete the lead. As a best practice, we do not recommend deleting leads unless it's truly a duplicate or an error in data entry. For most leads, you would want to close the lead out in order to preserve the data integrity of the reporting. You can also export information from the lead, such as assigned contacts, assigned vendors, and assigned venues. Now that we've walked through an overview of the leads dashboard and what you have to work with here, let's talk about a few more things that you can do with a lead. Leads that don't come in through your lead capture form can be entered in manually by clicking Add Lead at the upper left-hand side of your leads dashboard. You'll simply fill in the information in the form. You can enter an event description. Here you'll choose the sales pipeline position you would like to enter the lead in. It may be a brand new lead if it came in through an email or some other source digitally, or it may be that you've already made the first contact or even qualified the lead. So if that happens to be the case, you can go ahead and enter them in whatever step is appropriate for this specific inquiry. I'm going to go ahead and choose that the appointment or call has been scheduled. You can choose your lead source. You can enter in a target budget, dates and times if you have them, and you can enter an existing contact, add a new contact, or you can choose to not add a contact at all. Let's go ahead and add an existing contact, and we'll click Save. Let's talk a little bit about the status and moving things through the sales pipeline. We can quickly see that the status is open, the age is 0 days old, and that the lead source is it came from social media. We can also see that the current step in the sales pipeline is that the appointment or the call has been scheduled. From the sales pipeline area here at the bottom, we can move this to another step. So if I've completed this appointment or call with my client, I can come here, click the edit option, and I can move this to the appointment/call completed. And then I know that the next step is that I'm going to prepare and send my proposal. So you can manage this from within the actual lead, or we can pop back out into our actual pipeline view of our leads dashboard, and we can drag and drop these. So in this case, we've got our birthday celebration here. I can go ahead and say, I have already sent my proposal and or contract, and I can drag and drop that. Back in the actual lead, let's talk about next steps. So if they have reviewed the contract and we're ready to put their dates on hold, we can come to our status box here in the upper right, click on this edit, and we can place this lead on hold. Now what a hold does is it allows you to choose a time frame until which you will hold their dates, whether that's holding the space in your venue or the space on your calendar for this event. So you can push this out, 3 days, a week, a month, however long you hold it. And you can set contacts to receive a notification when that hold is expired. It will change the status to hold and provide a quick view of the date when that hold will expire. Now, let's go ahead and continue to move this lead through our pipeline process. So we are going to go ahead and move this over to the proposal/contract signed. At this point in your process, you may send out an invoice, collect a deposit, whatever your process is. And then you can go ahead and move it into the ready to book. Keeping in mind that you can customize all of these steps, you don't have to use our steps, you can make this fit your needs. So now that I'm ready to book, I'm going to go ahead and actually book this event. There are two different ways to convert a lead into an event. The first way you can manage this is using the status box and clicking book event. The other option is to click book event right here from the top of your screen. That brings us into a full event. So we are no longer in our leads dashboard. And as I mentioned earlier, you'll notice that our status box no longer exists here and you're not seeing pipeline positions since they no longer apply to a booked event. Okay, let's pop back over into our leads dashboard and let's talk about those leads that we don't close. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in our pipeline. And then if I go into my first contact, it looks like I've made first contact for this housewarming party. And we know because this has been sitting idle for 5 days in the first contact step, we need to do something here. I'm going to go ahead and open this and I can see where this has worked, how this has worked through our pipeline. And I can see that it's been idle for 5 days here as well. Now I may reach out to this client one more time. And if I don't reach them, you could move them actually into the idle pipeline step. Or you could take them and decide that this is not an active lead, we never qualified it, and we're ready to close it. We can do that under our status as well. So if I click on my little edit pencil in the status, I can close the lead. This is not deleting information. It's not removing any of the history. It's simply removing it from your view so that we can still report on closed leads, but it's no longer sitting in your pipeline with you twiddling your thumbs and wondering what's going on with it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this lead, and I'm going to choose a reason why I'm closing this lead. You can customize the reasons why you might archive an event or close a lead in your account settings. I'm going to choose different provider and close my lead. You'll notice that now I have 4 instead of 3 lost or closed leads in my metrics at the top of my dashboard. Well, that brings us to the end of our overview video. Make sure to check out other resources, including the setup video and the reporting video that relate directly to the leads. Thanks for spending your time with us today, and make sure to reach out with any questions, support@planningpod.com, or you can visit our help center, support.planningpod.com, or see other videos and resources on youtube.com/planningpod. Thanks and have a great day.